Hobart head coach T.W. Johnson. What are the strengths of this Hobart College team going into the 2012 season?
Well, I think coming out of the gate this year, our number one strength we feel like is going to be at the face-off X. We returned Bobby DeTillo, who was a first-team All-ECAC performer last year, second-team preseason All-American heading into the 2012 season. So we feel very confident with what we can do at the face-off X and feel like that's going to be a great asset to us in terms of building momentum for our team during the game and also stopping the other team's momentum. We've also felt like our attack unit in the preseason has developed great chemistry. Sam Miller, Alex Love, Cam Stone to name the starting three, and also some young players who have stepped in and learned our system very well under Coach Williamson. So heading into the season, I would say those two areas we feel real good about, and other areas are coming along on the defensive end as well. But to start, I would certainly say the face-off X and our attack unit.
Conversely, what are the areas of concern that you have for this team?
Well, one of the areas we're going to have to shore up, and I think we're doing a good job of doing it, is in the goal for the second year in a row. We're going to have a new goalie between the pipes. Last year we had Evan Kirk, who did a real good job in his first and only year as starter here at Hobart. He was drafted 6th overall in the National Lacrosse League draft by the Minnesota Swarm. So right now we're in a position where we have two players, John Lawless, who's a junior, and Pete Zanino, who's a sophomore, who are getting comfortable between the pipes every day in practice and competing for the starting job there. We feel really good about our personnel, but again, it's just going to be a new starter this year compared to last year.
You touched on a little bit earlier, but can you specifically focus on your incoming recruiting class and maybe highlight a couple of the players that are going to have an immediate impact for you?
Sure. We've been really pleased with our recruiting class. The first years have done a great job in every aspect of their life here at Hobart so far this year. To name a few that have made an impact out of the gate: Taylor Vandebeek, who's a midfielder from Immaculata High School in New Jersey; Brandon Kessler, who's plays midfield and attack from Red Lion High School in Pennsylvania; Eric Lombardo, a defenseman from the Salisbury School in Connecticut; Griffin Kelly, a face-off specialist from Plymouth White Marsh High School just outside Philadelphia; and Zach Reed, an attackman from Bath High School, not too far from here. So we've got 5 high school All-Americans in the class, and that's the most we've had in the past several years in one class. And we feel real strongly about the incoming class. They've worked real hard. They've been great citizens on campus, and we're excited to see where they can go over the next 3.5 years here at Hobart.
What goals have you set for this team?
Well, like any other team, we want to compete for the ECAC championship. We want to earn our way into the NCAA tournament and see where that can take us. But as I said earlier, I think one of the things we really want to focus on is playing consistently good lacrosse. And for us, that starts with how we go about our practices and focusing on the process of playing consistently good. But I think that's our biggest charge this year is playing consistently good lacrosse. And if you do that, then you have the opportunity to be great.
What's the toughest aspect of playing in the ECAC Lacrosse League?
Well, I think the first thing you see is geographically we're all over the country. We have teams in Connecticut, Kentucky, Ohio, New York, Maryland, Colorado. So the travel is an aspect that every team has to deal with. The other thing is, from top to bottom, I think it's the best conference in the country. And I think any coach in our league would tell you, you have to show up on Saturday ready to play in order to win a game in this league. And I know the student athletes here love that. They know that every weekend they're going to see a great team, and it's an opportunity for a great win.
It seems to come up every couple of years or so, but there's always a discussion going on about the shot clock in NCAA lacrosse. Would you be in favor of one?
I think pace of the game is important. Obviously, I don't have a lot of experience playing with the shot clock, but it's something we talk a lot about as a coaches group at our national convention every year. I think pace of play is something that does need to be closely studied. Is the shot clock the foolproof answer? I'm not 100% sure.
The ECAC is typically ranked very well in the RPI, but do you think there's a lack of respect from pollsters among the coaches and Inside Lacrosse media polls?
I don't think so. I think our conference is well respected for two reasons. One, play within the conference is very competitive, and two, I know the coaches in our league do a really good job of scheduling very competitive out-of-conference games. And I think when you have that combination of really strong games within the conference and a tough slate outside your league, then I think you automatically gain the respect of people in the polls.
You spoke earlier about one of the strengths of this team, Bobby Datillo, as a top player on your team. Who would you take second as a top player after Bobby, and what would make him so important to this squad?
Well, for us, I think you have to look back at the 2011 season, and as I said earlier, Bobby Datillo was a first-team All-ECAC selection. Sam Miller was a second-team All-Conference selection at Ncaa. Sam's a senior captain for us. Great story. Was a walk-on here. Has earned his way to being All-Conference and a captain now. So if I had to name, after Bobby, you have to look at who was All-League for us in 2011, and that was Sam. And Sam's had a great preseason, and I think he's ready to build on what he did in 2011.
What does the University of Michigan bring to the ECAC Lacrosse League?
Well, I think adding a sport at the Division I level, or adding a new school that plays men's lacrosse at the Division I level, is great for the growth of the game. And obviously, Michigan has a big name. They're a BCS school, so I think it's great for our league that we have Michigan with us. And but overall, as not only a coach but a fan of the sport, I think it's great for the growth of the game at the Division I level.
What are you looking forward to most about the 2012 season?
It's going to be another really competitive year in the ECAC, and again, that's one of the things our players always look forward to, is that they know each and every Saturday is going to be super competitive. So we're really excited about trying to put our best foot forward, not only in ECAC play but also with our out-of-conference schedule, and we'll see where that takes us.
Okay, thanks a lot, Coach, and good luck.
Thanks.